Welcome to the ProfitMaxx software tutorials. This tutorial series will help you better understand the setup of your ProfitMaxx software and let your service department realize the benefits of proper technician management much quicker. Let's get started. Welcome to the Reports Overview tutorial. This tutorial CD will lead you through the managed performance reports that are available in ProfitMaxx. ProfitMaxx crunches all the data that you entered in from the timesheets and generates the managed performance reports as well as many other reports. The managed performance reports tell you how much more revenue you could realize by managing your techs up to the expectation levels that you laid out in setup. Keep in mind that when you're looking at any of the reports in ProfitMaxx, you can simply press the F1 key on your keyboard for detailed information of each section of that report. The purpose of this general overview is to give you a comfort level of the reporting section of ProfitMaxx. There are dozens of reports in ProfitMaxx. You'll typically only use a few of them on a regular basis. When you find a number that you want to investigate a little farther, you can look at one of the more detailed backup reports to give you supporting information. We'll also briefly cover running the reports. In doing so, we'll show you how to run the Key Performance Indicator report. This will be one of your most used reports as it shows you how each of your techs is performing against the 24 key performance indicators used by ProfitMaxx. We'll then show you where to find the managed performance analysis reports, which is the focus of this entire tutorial CD. When you run ProfitMaxx, you'll find this icon on the toolbar. This is the Forms and Reports icon. By clicking on this icon, you'll be taken into the Forms and Reports section of ProfitMaxx. There are several reports available in each of these folders. Remember that you can press the F1 key on your keyboard to remind you what each report or each section is about. The glossary contains a description of each report from a business perspective and how the reports relate to one another. Next to the title in each report is a link directly detailing the help topic for that report. The forms and documents are blank forms and documents that can be printed for use in the field or in the office. This would be where you'll find your timesheet, location codes, things like that. The Managed Performance Reports folder will always default to open. These reports will highlight the 6 major areas in any trades company where the greatest gain can be recognized. These reports compare your tech's current performance to the goals that you set during the setup process of ProfitMaxx. And it'll show you how much more revenue your company could recognize if they were managed to these goals. There's always room for improvement. None of your techs will ever achieve perfection. However, concentrating on these 6 areas will benefit your company more than you can realize. Even after you've been on ProfitMaxx for a considerable period of time, review these reports regularly to see what areas need focus. One of the things you'll find is that the area that you don't focus on is going to start to backslide, and it's going to eat into your profits very quickly. These managed performance reports are the area that we'll spend the rest of the tutorials on this CD explaining. We want to make sure that you're very comfortable with all of them. The on-track reports are data reports analyzing all aspects of time and revenue, callbacks, maintenance agreements and sales leads, performance indicators, and progress reports for the owner and service manager of your company to track the profitability and efficiencies of the service department. Each of the reports, described in detail in the online help system, accessed by pressing F1, will give you meaningful numbers to manage to. The reports can be printed or viewed on the screen. Bonus incentive and incentive reports. The reports in this category are designed for the service manager or general manager to be able to track profit-smart activities and performance, and reward technicians based on those results through predetermined goals and in-team standings. Administrative reports track hours worked overall, by category, and by location. The Key Performance Indicator report will be the single most used report in ProfitMaxx. It lists your goals as well as how your techs are performing against the 24 key performance indicators used by ProfitMaxx. To run this report, simply define the date range, type of service, and the individuals you'd like to run the report for. Remember that any of these reports can be run for any period of time. A day, a week, a month, a year, it doesn't matter. They can also be run for your entire team or for a single technician. This means that you can run the report for a single technician and show them just their numbers and how they compare to your goals. This can be used when you sit down with them for coaching. When you've identified areas that they need to work on, you can then rerun the report every couple of days for just those previous few days and see if their performance is improving. Again, immediate feedback. That's one of the beautiful things about ProfitMaxx. Once you've defined the parameters, click on the print or preview buttons below to see the reports. We'll run the KPI report for all of our active technicians for the month of July. Now, as I said earlier, this report shows you the goals you set during the setup process. If you don't recall what each of the key performance indicators are or how they're determined, go back to the Setup Tutorial CD and review the tutorial for the key performance indicators. This report will show up to 5 techs per page and will show all 24 key performance indicators on the same page. If you have more than 5 technicians, ProfitMaxx will simply give you multiple pages, but it will show the goals on every page. When previewing any of the reports, you can go back to the Reports menu by clicking on the back button on the toolbar. Do not click the X in the upper right-hand corner, as this is going to close out ProfitMaxx altogether. Simply use the back button on the toolbar. Now let's focus on the Managed Performance Report folder. This folder contains all 6 Managed Performance Analysis reports, as well as the summary Managed Future Growth report that combines the information from the other 6 reports. The remaining tutorials on this CD will explain each of these reports in detail. Remember that these reports define the 6 main areas where you can find the greatest benefit to your company. To run these reports, you'll set your date, individual, and service type parameters, just as we did for the KPI report a minute ago. One difference with the Managed Performance Reports is that while you run any one of the reports, you're actually running all of them. The specific report that you ran will be the one that displays on the screen. However, if you look across the tabs at the top of this report, you'll see all of the other Managed Performance Reports have also been run with the exact same parameters. In my case, I ran the Billing Performance Analysis report, but all the other Managed Performance Reports are also calculated and show on the tabs across the top. I can click on any of these tabs to see those reports immediately. One more thing that will help you in navigation on the Managed Performance Reports is that in the bottom left of the screen, you'll find that you have the ability to advance through the pages of the report. If you change this to page 2 to look at the next technician's performance, you can now click on each of the report tabs across the top and see page 2 of every report. This will allow you to find a given technician and look at all of his performance very quickly. Hopefully, this tutorial has given you a better understanding of how to find and navigate through the reports within ProfitMaxx. Keep in mind that you can replay this tutorial anytime you need to remind yourself of this information. You can also press the F1 key to get detailed information while looking at any of the reports in ProfitMaxx. This is the end of this tutorial. Select the next tutorial you wish to view. Thank you.